intro to teaching class for the Towns County High School, and we'll be reading a reader suitor, The Beauty and the Beast. I'm Brianna Burnett, and I'm playing the part of Valerie.
I'm Leela, and I'm playing the part of Belle.
I'm Victoria, I'm playing the part of Monique.
I'm Aiden, I'm playing the part of the merchants.
I'm Nick, and I'm playing the part of the Beast.
I'm Macy, and I'm reading for the narrator. A long, long time ago, in a city by the sea, there lived a wealthy merchant and his 3 daughters. A widower for many years, the merchant loved his daughters dearly and spared no expense on their behalf. Of course, they had grown very used to their lifestyle of comfort. Sadly, their fortune collapsed one chilly winter day.
My dearest daughters, we are ruined. 3 of my ships have been lost at sea. Now we must sell everything of value that we own in order to pay my creditors.
But where will we go, Father?
Your mother had a small house in the country. We shall have to move there.
In the country? You can't be serious, Father. You don't expect us to marry farmers. This is perfectly dreadful.
We'll have to make the best of it. Now pack up all your belongings. We must leave tomorrow.
The next day, the family traveled by carriage to the mountains on the other side of the river. They would have to grow their own vegetables and mend their own clothes from now on. Valerie and Monique were none too happy about it.
We've only been here a week, and already I have blisters on my fingers. This is not the life for me, I can tell you.
Believe me, I'm getting married the first chance I get. My Prince Charming will take me away from all this drudgery.
In the meantime, we should try to make this as easy as possible on Father. This is hard for him, too.
A month later, word came to the merchant that one of his ships had been found. He rushed to tell his daughters.
I should go back to the city at once to reclaim some of our lost fortune.
We're rich again. I can hardly wait to move back to the city. You'll have to buy us some suitable dresses while you're there.
And some hats and jewelry too, since we had to sell all that.
What about you, Belle? What can I get you?
A rose, Father. That's all I want.
Then I shall bring you the finest rose I can find.
The merchant rode his horse to the seaport as fast as he could. He found out that all of his property had been seized to pay for his debts. Now he had to go back to the cottage in the woods with even less money than before. On the way, there was a severe snowstorm. Through the snowfall, he saw a dim light in the distance. He followed the light and, to his astonishment, found himself before a fabulous castle.
How very strange. The courtyards are all lit up, but there are no servants around. It must be time for supper, though, because I can smell roasted meat and herbs. Surely the master won't mind if I join him under the circumstances.
The merchant let himself in through the front door. A sumptuous meal was set on the table as if it were waiting for him. He helped himself to one of the finest meals he had ever eaten. Afterward, he began to explore the castle.
In all my travels, I've never seen such exquisite taste. Surely a kind and gentle soul lives here. Everything has been arranged with loving care. I do wish I could meet the master so I could thank him for his kindness.
The merchant wandered down a hallway until he came to an open door. Inside, he saw a bed with the covers turned down. Utterly exhausted, he crawled in and immediately fell asleep. In the morning, he mounted his horse and prepared to leave. Near the castle gate, he passed a trellis with beautiful red roses, and he thought of Belle.
My poor daughters will be so disappointed in me, but at least Belle can have the rose that she wanted.
As the merchant picked the rose, a frightening beast sprang forward. The merchant was startled out of his wits, for he had never seen a creature quite like this. He was dressed in the finest suit, but had the face of a wild and deformed animal.
You ungrateful man! I saved your life and you repay me by stealing my roses? These flowers mean more to me than anything. For this, you shall die.
Please, sir, have mercy. It is true you have been very generous to me. I picked the flower for my daughter, not for myself.
I will spare your life on one condition. Bring your daughter here. Then you will know what it is like to live without beauty. If you fail to bring her here, you will pay the ultimate price.
With a heavy heart, the merchant returned to his humble cottage. His daughters were frantic upon hearing his story.
Will the tragedies never end?
This is all your fault, Belle. If only you hadn't asked for a rose, none of this would have happened.
Dear Father, please let me go to the castle as the beast demands. After all you've done for us, it's the least I can do for you.
No, Belle, I will let no harm come to my daughters.
That evening, Belle snuck outside. She had no idea how she would get to the castle, yet she found a white steed waiting for her. She mounted it and whisked her to the castle at lightning speed. As she entered, Belle marveled at what she saw. Suddenly, the beast appeared before her.
May I invite you to dine?
Thank you, but I haven't an appetite.
Is it because I'm so hideous to look at?
I will not lie to you, Beast. You have spared my father's life. The least I can do is be honest with you. It is true you frightened me. Please give me time to get used to my new situation.
Thank you, Belle. If you will permit me, I will meet you again tomorrow evening. Make yourself at home, for everything in this castle is yours.
Belle passed the next day in the garden alone. That evening she seated herself at the kitchen table. Beast appeared as before, and they chatted together while they ate. Belle almost forgot how frightening Beast was to look at.
Do you think you could be happy here? Is there anything you want?
If I could have my own rose garden, that would give me great pleasure. Flowers are the most precious thing in the world to me.
You shall have whatever you want. Belle, would you ever consent to be my wife?
No, Beast, that can never happen. I swore to you that I would always tell the truth. I cannot marry you because I do not love you.
And so the days passed. Every evening, Beast joined Belle for dinner. They drank, ate, laughed, and talked. Now and again, Beast asked Belle if she would marry him. She regretfully declined his offer each time. One night, she had a dream that her father was ill, and she begged Beast to let her go. She promised that she would return the next day, and he agreed. Once again, the white steed whisked her home.
I had a dream you were ill, Father. Are you all right?
Ever since Valerie and Monique married and moved away, it's been more difficult for me to manage. But tell me, what is your life like? What is it like to live with that beast? Does he frighten you?
It's not so bad, Father. I've actually become fond of him. He treats me very well.
I can't stand the thought of never seeing you, Belle. Please stay here just one more night.
I told Beast I would return today, but I will stay one more night, Father, if it makes you feel better.
The next day, Belle rushed back to the castle as quickly as she could. She knew she would find Beast in his rose garden. There he was, dying of a broken heart, for he thought Belle had decided not to come back. Even his precious roses had withered and died.
Here I am, Beast. Please don't leave me. Until this moment, I felt only friendship for you. Now I know that I love you. Please stay with me and let me be your wife.
Before Belle's very eyes, the roses bloomed once again, and Beast was transformed into a handsome young man.
Where is my Beast? What have you done with him?
I am Beast, Belle. I was once very vain. I judged people by their appearances. For this, I had changed into a hideous monster. With your kindness, you have brought beauty back into my heart.
Belle and her beloved lived together for the rest of their lives. Although their youth and their good looks faded over time, their love for each other was always fresh and very young.
Was it done?